Hey, everybody, it's Greg, and it's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. And it is Wednesday, November the 1st. Yay! And my friend Katie is here with me. She decided to do a guest special appearance. And here she is. Bud's on the floor, like always. He's here too. But and he says hello and sends his love. Uh, yes, it's November the 1st. I hope everybody had a great Halloween. Uh, did you eat a lot of candy? I told you yesterday, my favorite is Reese's peanut butter cups. Put them in the refrigerator, chill them a little bit. They're the best. They are the best. Uh, Wearing my Phillies gear today because, well, I want to. And number two, I'm just about over that tragic Phillies loss there. The Rangers are up 3-1 in the World Series over the Diamondbacks, and I really don't care. But I will say, I don't know how the Phillies lost to this Diamondbacks team. Diamondbacks played well when they played the Phillies, but the Phillies really handed them that series. I mean, when Kimbrel blew those two games, and Phillies hitters were stupid, swinging at bad pitches all the time, and they handed the Diamondbacks the series. Did they, honey? Yeah. You're depressed. You don't want to talk about those stinky Phillies, do you? Um, and I still can't believe they lost games 6 and 7 at home. I mean, yeah, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. But it happened. Move on, right? Ah, well. But people are saying, "Oh, we blew our chance to win the World Series." No, 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 no. This Texas team, hi Bud, there he is. Texas team is a good team. They can really hit, as we saw last night when they got out to a 10-0 lead in the first 3 innings against Arizona. But so I'm not sure the Phillies would have had that easy of a time against the Rangers. The Rangers are a good team. Uh, I definitely thought the Phillies should have beat Arizona. Arizona is still young, and they have a good young team, but they're not ready for prime time. They're not ready for a championship team, and that's why it is frustrating. Why the Phillies at least couldn't get to the World Series and play the Rangers. That would have been a heck of a series. Um, but it is what it is. And we have to turn the page and talk about the Eagles later in the week. They're playing Dallas. It's Dallas week. Dallas sucks. Dallas sucks, honey. Dallas sucks. And you know what I wanted to talk about today? Well, the what the hell is this around my eyes? There's some sort of a bug or fly or something. Get the hell out of here. Uh, uh, Bud is coughing at it. Jeez, what a house, huh? House of dogs. A house of dogs. I think of my uncle today because the day after Halloween would have been he thrived. He lived for days like this. Well, hi, Bud. When he could go, he would hit every store in Phoenixville, every store, the Gateway, all the little pharmacies and CVS's, and buy up all the candy, Halloween candy, because everything is half price. Anything that has Halloween on its bag, on the label, is half price. They want to get rid of the candy, clear the shelves, and make way for the Christmas stuff to come out now. And my uncle Henry loved days like this. He would go and buy up all the candy for half price, and he would have it for the rest of the year. And I can still hear him saying, "Oh, what the hell? It's still good candy." Yeah, it is good candy. It's just but he would do it for every holiday: Easter, Valentine's Day, any Mother's Day. anything with candy involved, and it had the wrapper on it there for Easter, but what he would do. That was his thing, right? Right. And he just loved it, loved doing it. So yes, bud, yes. Speaking of food, um, I've been thinking, I grew up, I'm Slovak, Polish, a little bit of Hungarian in me, uh, like a mutt. Although, sorry guys, I didn't mean that. Uh, no, I'm very proud of my ethnic background. One of the best things about my ethnic background was the food growing up because my mom would make all this good ethnic stuff. And I miss this around, especially with the holidays coming up. Um, my mom would make a big pot of halupki, or what we would call, she would also call it grupki or whatever, Phil cabbage. And you probably know it as pigs in a blanket. Yes. And it would be, grind meat and rice wrapped up in cabbage leaves. And she would make a whole roaster full of it, especially when we would have a christening in the family or graduation or some sort of event and or holiday, and big roast, like 100 little Phil cabbages, and people loved them. And she would let them simmer all night. You would have that smell in the air, and she would drizzle it with tomato paste and tomato juice on top, and it was just fabulous. So I do miss that. And Holly said she was going to try to look up some of my mom's old recipes and see if she could make some of them. Yeah. Another thing I had, halushki, uh, noodles and cabbage. It sounds kind of gross, but it's actually good. You add a little butter in there. Uh, you know, my ancestry, big old cabbage, butter, just all kinds of fatty stuff, but good stuff though, good stuff. Uh, Lushki, what else? Pierogi, of course, pierogi. Pierogies are becoming very popular now, even outside of the Polish Slovak community. People love pierogi, and most people know of the potato. It's the potato filling. When I went to Pittsburgh to see the Phillies play the Pirates, I was surprised how big pierogies are out in the Pittsburgh area. Oh my God, they love them out there. In fact, they sell them at the ballpark. Yeah. Now, I don't know if Citizens Bank Park has them or not. They might. But out at PNC Park, they have big pierogi stands, like hot dog stands, pierogies, and you can get all kinds. When I was growing up, I used to like the kind with the sauerkraut inside. They were really, really good. You can't find them very much anywhere. I mean, you could get Mrs. T's pierogies out of your frozen food section of your grocery store, and they're okay. They're not bad. And you could order them at a lot of the local churches, especially around the holidays, make them pierogies and ethnic food. But there's nothing like homemade pierogies because you got to make them just right. If they could be too doughy, too tough, or if you cook them too long, it could be mushy, and you don't want that. So you want them done just right. And yes, the potato filling, but there's also sauerkraut. You can really put anything in them. My mom used to put what she would call lekwar, like sort of a dark kind of a filling inside. It's hard to sort of like not licorice, but I have to think about that. But it was okay. Like I said, the sauerkraut was my favorite. And then for dessert, oh, she's lying here on Daddy's arms. Oh my God, she's adorable. Uh, she used to make a dessert around Christmas time, cookies, like these really thin, thin, really brittle kind of cookies called cherogis, and they were fried, sort of fried dough cookies, and then she would make sprinkle powdered sugar on top of them, and she would make a whole thing Tupperware full of cherries, and then she also made the little cups that you fill with cherry, blueberry, lemon, apricot. These little cups, a whole Tupperware full of those too. Nut rolling poppy seed. That was another one. Nut rolling poppy seed. Oh, a staple of any Slovak Polish Christmas or holidays. Yeah. So, Bud, why are you crying? Stop that. Oh my God. You know what he wants? He wants lean treats. That's sort of the new thing now. Whenever I do a podcast every morning with you guys, Bud is here now, begging for lean treats. That's the routine. That's the routine. All right, Bud, I'll give you one in a second. So I miss that ethnic food. I miss so much about my mom being not being around. And it's 10 years, be 10 Christmases now, believe it or not. And just one of the things I miss about her is her ethnic food. And she even had some cookbooks. Now you'll love this, you appreciate this, that were handed down to her from her mom and her grandmother, that are printed in Polish, Slovak. Yeah. But a lot of the bakers and cooks back in her day, like grandmother's day, great grandmother's day, they had the recipes, but a lot of times they did it from scratch, from field. Like put a pinch of sugar here, dash of salt here, over here, and that's how they cooked. And that's why you will find, just like spaghetti sauce, spaghetti sauce is different no matter where you go. Some is more tart, spicy, some is sweeter, and that's how people cooked back then. They sort of, I wouldn't say wing it, but everybody had their own taste, So it was a basic recipe, but you added it to your own taste, So it's really kind of interesting, I hope, for you. Anyway, so Phillies are done. We know that. Eagles play this weekend. Sixers play Thursday night without James Harden. Thank God. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The Flyers are still playing. They play tonight at home against Buffalo. So, excuse me. Jesus. I'm getting old. That's what happens when you're 112 years old, Katie. Yes. Say goodbye to everybody. Isn't she cute, though? Oh, my God. It's adorable. So I guess that's about it for today. Tomorrow it's Thursday. We'll talk more about the Eagles. Dallas coming up this weekend. We have our NFL pick, which we've won 4 weeks in a row. And we'll see what we pick this week. And say goodbye, Bud. Goodbye, Bud. Goodbye, Katie. And goodbye, everybody. Thank you for watching and listening. And go have yourself some pierogi or something. On me. Think of me when you do. Okay. Bye for now.